You know, one of the themes here at CPAC 2021 has been cancel culture. My next guest knows a lot about that. Joining me now is Ryan Woods, former Delta Airlines employee, but just recently, like days ago, you were fired because your support for one of the greatest presidents in U.S. history. You would think that wouldn't be a very controversial statement, but it is. Tell us about what happened.
Well, I am a drag artist. I love to dress up, and I created the character of Lady MAGA USA, as in Make America Great Again. I'm coming up on about almost 2 years of doing this activism, going to rallies, doing events, and on January 7th, the day after what happened at the Capitol, I received a call from my manager at Delta, and they said, we need to have a meeting with you. And over a Zoom meeting, they explained that suddenly I was under investigation for my social media because someone reported my social media. So they showed me.
So what was the post that they were you in Washington during that time?
I was in Washington, D.C. I was nowhere near the Capitol.
Okay.
I didn't even know it happened until later that night. So they showed me a few of my posts. For example, me at a rally in Utah with patriots open carrying their firearms. Another one was me holding a gun, and it said, "Come and take it." And then there were just some other ones where there were looters and rioters outside of my hotel one night, and I spoke my mind and said what I thought about those basement-dwelling, ungrateful troublemakers. And so there was nothing, absolutely nothing, that they could justify firing me for. It's clear that I was targeted because I am a gay conservative. And as a gay conservative, you're not allowed to step away from the mainstream LGBTQIA narratives. You get attacked much like black conservatives get extra hate because they've betrayed their community. So the people reporting me and Delta Airlines has gone completely leftist woke. They give us Black Lives Matter pins to wear above our wings on the aircraft. They never once condemned the violence in all of those Black Lives Matter riots, but they did tell us after January 6th to make sure that all protests are peaceful. And I really feel that January 7th was the day when it was politically expedient to just cancel all of us at once. And it's so obvious to me that I was targeted for being a gay conservative Trump supporter.
So where are we at right now? This just happened recently. Are you going to fight this? Are you going to lawsuit? I mean,
yes.
What's next?
I am going to speak out, and I am going to fight this because I was wrongfully terminated. I definitely was singled out and discriminated against because they don't police every flight attendant's social media. Flight attendants can post music that contains the N-word. They can post basically pornographic images. Delta does not care. I was clearly discriminated against because I am a conservative. So yes, I'm going to try to get the story out there. I'm David, they're Goliath.
Yeah.
I do not have the money or the resources to fight them, but my first goal is to get this story out there and speak on behalf of the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Americans right now who are going through exactly what I'm going through, but they're afraid to speak out.
I've said this several times. I think the bravest Trump supporters in our society are the ones that come from a minority base or an LGBTQ base, because look, as a white male, it's easy for me to say I'm a Trump supporter. I'm expected to, right, to a certain extent. But as a gay white male, you're not put in that box. So you got to step out of a lot of comfort zones. I even said, let me ask you a question, and this might be personal, and if you don't want to answer it, that's fine.
I'm an open book.
Is it harder today to come out as a conservative supporter than it was to come out as a gay male maybe 20 years ago? What's more difficult and highly scrutinized?
Absolutely. Being a conservative today, especially a conservative Trump supporter today, is like being gay in the 1950s.
There you go.
As is evidenced by me being fired by Delta Airlines for being a gay, openly Trump-supporting drag queen, okay?
Right.
So I am outside of the box. Coming out as Lady MAGA USA and as a gay Trump supporter was 100 times harder than it was for me to come out as a gay Mormon. I was raised Mormon. I served a Mormon mission in France. I was raised, I love the Mormons, by the way. But that was challenging to come out, obviously, as a gay Mormon. But that was cakewalk. That was a birthday party compared to coming out as a gay Trump-supporting drag queen.
Well, we appreciate your support for the president and, of course, conservative values. And you know, I don't know where we're going to follow up on this, because I want to pretty much keep up with your journey here and find out how this what happens after this. But anyway, thanks for joining us right here at CPAC 2021. We've got plenty more interviews coming up. Stick around.